Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of March 14th through the 20th. I have to say, when I first glanced at your cards right before I started this video, which normally I don't even do, I just thought, wow, you guys have a huge week in front of you. Lots of new beginnings, new starts, big stuff here. You guys have two major arcanas, and you've got two tens, which talks about the end of a cycle going into a new cycle. Plus, you've got an ace, which talks about a new cycle. And then you've got one little three. So, beginnings and endings definitely kicking in here. This is going to be a week of change for sure. So, let's just jump right into it now. On Monday, what you guys have coming up is the Death card in reverse. And the Death card in reverse is really not as scary as it sounds. It's actually just all about transformation and change. But it is change that's on a deep level. This is change to your core values. This is change to what's important to you, or what's a big deal to you. This is change in those areas. And so when we have the Death card in reverse, what that means, Aquarius, is that you have this change rolling in. You recognize this change, but you're resisting it. And a lot of times we resist this type of change because we don't know where it's going to take us. We can tell when we first get the first little sniff of it. We know this is going to be a big deal, but we don't know exactly how it's going to affect us. And that's why a lot of us will resist this, because we want to have control. We want to know what's going to happen next. When you have this kind of change coming in, you really don't have that control. I mean, this is a big deal. It can change how you interact with your loved ones, with the people at work, with how you feel about your job. There's all kinds of ways that this can change things for you in a big way. So what I see you guys doing is resisting this. Here's the problem with resisting this. When this change comes in on the Death card, this is inevitable. This change is gonna happen. Now, you can resist it as long as you want to, but guess what? That's not gonna stop it. It's gonna keep rolling whether you resist or not. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna prolong that transitional period. And as long as you prolong that transitional period, that's just more time that you spend not knowing what your new normal is going to look like. More time that you spend unsure of where things are going and what you're going to end up doing next. And more awkwardness. So I would say if you feel this energy coming in, if you notice yourself resisting some kind of big change or transformation, and when I say big, this is something that's within you. It's going to come on in a very subtle way, but it's just going to integrate through your whole life and be a big deal. If you catch yourself resisting that, try to turn that around. Because if you could embrace this change instead, when I see this, this is always something that's coming in that is very positive and has very positive effects. But if you embrace it and move forward more quickly, then you get to the other side where you're in the positive effects much more quickly than if you let fear have you hold it back. Okay? So that's what I would advise on that. And then on Tuesday, what you have coming up is you have the Ten of Cups. And I just realized I told you guys you had two major arcana. You actually have three. Sorry about that. Okay, so Tuesday, Ten of Cups showing up. And the Ten of Cups is just telling me that Tuesday, you're really doing good with some kind of emotional situation. So this can be a project that you're really invested in emotionally that's going very well, or this can be a relationship that you're invested in emotionally going very well. Now, when you've got the 10 coming in, this is telling me that whatever this is, if it's a relationship, you're taking it to the next level. So if this is a romantic relationship and maybe you've just been on a dating level, this is taking it to the exclusive level now. This may be getting engaged. This may be moving in together. If this is a friendship, this is taking the friendship to the next level. The bond is getting deeper. Same thing if it's a family relationship. If it's a project that you're really excited about, maybe you finished whatever phase one of the project is, and now you've got approval to move forward with it, and so now you're into phase two, or whatever phase you're in. But this is talking about making that transition ending one phase, going into the next phase, whether it's a project or a relationship, something that you're very happy about. Now, on Wednesday, what we have coming up is we have the Devil card. And I gotta tell you, I like seeing the Devil card. Maybe I'm crazy, but I like it. It just means that you're facing some fears on Wednesday. So something gets thrown up at you that has always just been like, for you. And so when it happens, you have that initial, but then you also, because it's really something that you have to face, you also have to be analytical about it. You're kind of forced into being more analytical about this fear. And you're sort of forced into, okay, well, now what do I do? And so whenever we have these types of fears that we face, and a lot of times when we face them, you know, we might think that, oh my gosh, my fear is actually happening. And a lot of times it's just a false alarm, but it does scare us into thinking this through. And so when we face our fears, a lot of times we just break them down. Okay, well, what's the worst case scenario here? What would I do if it became the worst case scenario? Okay, so there's a solution. So life would go on and I would be okay. And next thing you know, whatever this thing is that used to be so scary just isn't scary anymore. So that's why I like this card, because it's really just about taking some old fears and sort of crumpling them up like an old piece of paper and throwing them away. No biggie. All right, so on Thursday, what you Aquariuses have is the Ten of Swords. This is another ending. And this is the end of a conflict, some kind of conflict that you've been involved in, and I'm hearing long-standing. So this has been a long-standing conflict, and I'm hearing that some of you kept thinking, okay, I am done with this. I am not going to get involved. I'm not going to get sucked into this again. And you kept being sucked in for a long time. I'm hearing for a lot of you, this has been like a 1 or 2 year process. So this is not just, you know, a fight over what the best supper is at home. Well, I guess it could be, but this is a long-standing conflict, and so this is a conflict that is coming to an end. And quite frankly, when I see the Ten of Swords, that conflict coming to an end, whether you're the winner or somebody else is the winner, really kind of doesn't matter at this point. It's just a relief not to have to keep expending that energy. And for some of you Aquarius, I hear that you are choosing to end this conflict. So this is something that you could fight with somebody else internally or argue with them internally. And you're just like, you know what, I am just not going there. And it's just a relief not to put that kind of pressure on yourself to prove to this person anything or to show this person anything, just to not even deal with the situation at all is a relief, not to put out that energy. Now, Friday, Ace of Cups, new beginning. This is a new beginning. This is something that you find that you are attracted to or that you enjoy very much. This can be a new hobby. This can be a new person that you're interested in. This can be some kind of new activity. But this is just really enjoying yourself and finding this new thing or this new person and being fascinated by it. So that's what I see coming in for you on Friday. Excuse me. All right. Saturday. This is the little 3 that's not a major or a beginning or an ending. And the 3 talks about dreams. It talks about dreams or travel, but for most of you this time it talks about dreams. And the 3 of Clubs really talks about having started to get some things together to have a dream come true for you and your life, and coming to a place where you know that you've done everything that you can do. And now you're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen next. Is somebody going to pick up on that dream and take it to the next level? What's going to happen there? So for a lot of you, this is that point of coming to the place of waiting to see what's next. Now, for travel, this can also be that you're planning travel. 3 of Wands can be about travel. This also can be about being actually in the midst of traveling and changing your traveling plans even right during the travel. So either making travel plans or traveling and making changes to those plans as you go or as you're planning. Okay, so that's Saturday. Sunday, what you have coming up is the Empress. The Empress is a pretty cool card. She's full of feminine energy, very fertile, lots of just she kind of exudes happiness and joy, and she draws to her happiness and joy and all the things that she feels like are beautiful. So when you have the Empress card, this can mean that, things are really going smoothly for you. Good things are sort of being drawn to you. Excuse me. Also, when you have the Empress card, though, what I'm finding sometimes, not always, sometimes, is that there's somebody in your life, a significant other basically in your life, who is realizing that you are the queen. You are the one in charge. You're the queen. You're the one who holds the keys to their heart, that type of thing. You're the queen of their heart, basically. So sometimes that's what that'll mean. For some of you Aquarians, that just means that for some of you, this is actually you being the one who holds the key to somebody else's heart. But I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this is somebody else that is seeing you as the queen or the person who holds the keys to their heart, or for you gentlemen, as the king or the person who holds the keys to their heart. So, very cool. You guys just have so much going on. But your Ten of Cups and the Empress, both really, really good. The Devil actually is really good. Ten of Swords, that's a relief. Ace of Cups, that's awesome. Three of Clubs can be kind of hectic. That's okay, though. Transformation, if you can embrace that, that would be awesome. You guys have a pretty good week here. Busy, crazy busy, but pretty good. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic week. I will see you back here the next time. Peace out.